Hi, Max K here, stepping in for Gary Mitchell. Normally he only asks me when his checks into rehab, but this time throwing caution to the winds. He doesn't care who knows about his latest addiction, licorice all sorts. Can you believe it? What? He goes all the way to Melbourne to get them. If you believe that, you'll believe anything. Tonight we've got some very interesting letters for you. Number one is a guy who thinks we're selling their farm, all completely here in Australia, and he will not vote for a government who supports that. Number two, we've got an older lady who's got a daughter of 45 who dresses like a 16-year-old, never had a date, and she's pretty worried. So am I. A third one is a guy who thinks that gender reassignment is a load of crap. He thinks it's a first world indulgence. I don't know whether it is or not, but we'll soon find out when our panel get down to these letters. Don't go away.
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, cause baby it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour.
Welcome. How lovely to see you out there. Well, I can't see you, but you can see us, can't you? Yeah, we've got a fabulous panel here tonight, and they're going to answer very wisely these questions that you heard posed right now. First of all, we're saying hello to Jon Lewis. Hello, John.
Hello, Max. Lovely to be here.
Lovely having you with me.
Oh,
it's lovely.
It's a pleasure.
Supporting me.
You know, I quite like licorice all sorts.
Yeah, do you?
Do you have to go to Melbourne for them?
I'm mad about licorice all sorts. Well, you get Darryl Lee in Melbourne.
Ah, I see.
They're still there.
What
yeah.
I like best is whenever you're choosing, you just get all sorts. It's never difficult.
You know
it's
what,
an easy
lovely?
decision.
Licorice all sorts with little chocolate things over the top of it.
Oh, no, you're making me hungry.
Oh, it's really good.
I
really
want
good.
some. I want licorice
How are
all
things with
sorts.
you? And how's the program going?
Very well, yes. After midnight.
You have to go work?
Tonight
Yeah.
at midnight.
Oh,
so if you
sad.
can't sleep, turn me on.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
That's right.
Oh, yes, of course. And Stacey.
Hello,
Stacey
Max.
Snooks, this is. Pokes me all the time on Facebook. Go on.
Max pokes me more often. He started it.
No,
so...
you said not more often. You told me that you have poked me more than you poked me. I poked you.
Well, you started it, and I've won.
Well, I've not stopped yet.
You said you had stopped.
I'm stopping.
And I've won.
I'm never poking you again.
Good, I've won.
Okay.
Wow.
Stacey is a property manager,
I am.
and a good one.
That's
she knows
right.
the ins and outs of property
I
management.
do.
There is a beautiful girl here on this side, Amanda. Hello, Amanda.
Hello, Max.
Look, Amanda, I really am flattered that you've taken the trouble to coordinate your colours with me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I always love
It's
coordinating.
So kind of you. It's so nice.
Oh.
Any other blue on you?
No, actually, no, no blue.
That's some knuckle duster you've got there, a blue one.
Oh, yes, yes. This is also a safety device. It's
Is it sapphire?
gives someone a bit of a shiner.
Is it
bit of a
sapphire?
shiner in the face.
Not sapphire?
No, this is completely plastic.
Plastic, is it?
Yes.
You wear plastic, do you?
Yes, this is plastic.
And
too.
Stacey, what do you do?
Amanda.
Amanda, I mean,
Gosh,
you're
it's-
Stacey.
we've just started and you've got my
I'm
name
sorry,
wrong.
I'm so
This
sorry.
is not going to begin
Amanda,
well.
I'm so sorry.
What do I
I'm
do?
contrite.
Well, I run my own business, but in my spare time, I love a bit of karaoke
Oh, good.
and I love dressing up.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's very nice. Well, that's very
Zombie, witch,
good. Oh,
David Bowie.
really?
Yes,
Oh, I'd like to see that.
yes.
Not necessarily now, but my son. And Darryl at the end. Hello, Darryl.
Now would have been fine. How are you,
That
Max?
would have been okay. That would have been good. How's you? How are you?
Great, mate. Great.
How's
thanks.
business?
Fantastic. Yeah,
Good.
going well.
Good.
Yeah.
We've got a question because I know that you do some real estate just now and you do some farms, don't you? This first question is going to knock you out.
All right. Well,
Right?
I'm ready for it, mate.
Are you eyes out?
Rip into it. Yeah.
Okay, guys, listen to this. Dear panelists, why are we selling off the farm? Literally. What is wrong with our government? Both successive Liberal and Labour governments have not stopped the atrocious practice of allowing the nation's most precious assets to be sold off internationally. Not a single Aussie I've ever spoken to or with agrees with the sell-offs, yet we don't have any legislation in place to prevent it. And the Pollies yell and scream at each other, posturing about GST, negative gearing, marriage equality, but our Port of Darwin and the nation's largest cattle farm gets sold off to the Chinese without a whimper. The party that puts this up at the election time will get my vote. Why haven't they stopped this practice? Why do they ignore it? How much of Australia's best resource-rich land were we allowed to be sold off? Does anyone really think we'll get our land back from the Chinese? Ever? I don't know. That's Brent of Preston, Victoria. Darryl, you're it. You're our expert on this subject.
Well, I wouldn't say expert, but there's probably a small difference here, Max, with regards to what is Australian property versus what is, a port or something, infrastructure and stuff like that.
I do that.
And so when you do port, do you?
No, I get that. When I say that, I mean, I actually understand that.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a middle class that'll eclipse us. They're making 1 million millionaires a year or something ridiculous, And so they will start to buy, or they're interested in larger parcels of land, that's true. I don't think there's any problem with vanilla investors coming here and wanting to be, party up with us. I think that's great. But yeah, it's probably too much, the selling a port or selling toll roads.
We have to have
and stuff
some
like
controls.
That. Yeah, I mean, that's probably less fortunate than what we would consider, being fantastic for our country.
That's great. Thank you, Darryl. And Amanda, your wisdom, please.
I think Brent sounds like a bit of a complainer.
Do you?
He sounds like one of those people that loves to talk politics and complain about everything, but then he doesn't actually do anything. So rather than writing a letter in to this show, why wouldn't he actually do something of value if he feels that passionate about it?
What do you think you should do about
Well, why doesn't he get an action group together and get some, signatures? Signatures are always good. And, go to Canberra and present an argument. But, I don't see how writing to the show is, if he's that passionate about it, really going to change anything. So I think he just is a big fat complainer.
He's probably deluded and thinks that we can actually help.
Maybe.
You obviously are not willing to help.
No, not at all.
Stacey.
Well, I'd have to agree with both Darryl and Amanda, because I don't think it hurts to have some international investors. It would be nice to keep most of a lot of our investments here in Australia, obviously because it's our country, but it's nice to also have international investors. But I also agree with Amanda that our friend Brent here seems to be a big complainer, so maybe he should get off his behind and do something as well.
Thank you.
Wow.
And you, John?
Well, Max, I think our esteemed panel has made some very, very excellent points, which I pretty much agree with all of them. I think one of the things we can do is look to the future, imagine ourselves in the future, and then looking back as to what we would expect Australia to be. And I do think we're giving up a lot of what we have too easily. I'd like to see a lot of it being held on to.
I'm with you, John. I'm with you. I am a strong believer that we must hang on to our stuff, our assets. These are very, 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 very important to us. People, we may have iron ore, we may have oil and gas and all these things. We can't eat these things. The world will, because the world's growing, the population is growing, we will eventually need food, and we can become the food basket of the world.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Beautifully.
So, that's it. A very wise panel here, a very serious question, and we'll be back with you very shortly.
Getting in touch with Sweet and Sour is easy. Just head to sweetandsour.net.au to send us a letter. And while you're there, why not check out past episodes? Plus, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And for a behind the scenes look at Sweet and Sour, check us out on Instagram.
Oh, there you are. If you want to contact us, you can contact us any way you like. Facebook, email, any way you like, you can get in touch with us. And remember, if you write us a letter, and I hope you will, you can win. No, you can't win. You will get 2 tickets to one of the latest films. And I think that film is Gods of Egypt. And that's kindly supplied by Natalie O'Shea from NRC Communications. So there you are. Get writing now. And a letter should be something like this. I'll let you see. Here you go, guys. Hello, dear Sweet and Sour people. My daughter's never married, and I don't remember when she last had a gentleman friend call on her to take her out. But about 3 years ago, I suggested she move back into the family home with me to help save her some money after she became retrenched, and she's lived with me since that time. After 18 months, she's managed to get herself another good job. Now Lorna is a good girl with high morals. Take note, you girls here. I think, however, she's a little off the mark. Sometimes, and it's this quirkiness I feel that keeps men at bay. When the lawnmower man was there, I overheard him talking to her, and I realised something that he pointed out to her, that she dresses like a 16-year-old girl, but has a 45-year-old face. That's not such a good idea. He wasn't trying to be hurtful, but the words he used were mutton dressed as lamb. I'm almost 70, and I've learned a long time ago that Lorna won't take advice from me anymore. But a mum can't stop worrying for her kids, and I feel I have to do something to guide her into the right path, to find the partner of her dreams. Heaven knows what she wants, but so I hope you may be able to suggest what exactly a worried mum may be able to do for an unattached daughter who needs some valuable direction. Now, I know you have all the wisdom of an older person, Amanda. So, share with us that wisdom, please.
Well, Max, I think there are a few things.
You don't have to
here.
be sagely in your voice. You can just be Amanda doing that. Well, Max, hello.
Well, I'll have my my inner old lady. Well, there are a few things here that I think we need to talk about. No, but really, first of all, I think that perhaps she hasn't had any gentleman callers is because she's living with her 70-year-old mother, and you don't exactly want to bring gentlemen back to a home to meet your 70-year-old mother.
So what do you think? The mother should get out of her own house?
Well, I think she needs to move out and find her own place, and then
She's got a place.
her
Oh, you mean the girl
opportunities
needs to do that?
Yes, yes. Second of all, I think that lawnmower man sounds like an absolute twat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but you can't go out to your client's house, cut their grass, and then tell them that they look like a 45-year-old dressed as a
Just
16-year-old.
Everything else was good.
Really? I didn't read between the lines
Yes,
there.
it said a face, just a face.
Yes, so I thought that lawnmower man was quite out of line. He needed some whippersnipping, I think.
So get rid of the lawnmower man, you're saying?
Yes, and
essentially.
I think Hilda's daughter just needs to get a place of her own, and she may find a man of her dreams that's not the lawnmower man, and it's probably a lot nicer than him.
Thank you for your sagely reply.
Oh, you're welcome.
Darryl.
I'll come from the young man's point of
Yeah,
view.
you do, Darryl.
Fair enough. Mutton dressed.
Mutton dressed
not
as
that
lamb.
young man. Mutton dressed up as lamb. I mean, that's really.
What?
Did that need to be said? Really, that was a bit harsh, I thought. Says here, Lorna's a good girl with high morals. I think, however, she's a little off the mark, probably off the David, the John, everybody else. There's a reason she's not getting any men in her life. I don't know the exact answer to that, but high morals will certainly slow her down. And I don't think
She should be a slut. That would do it much better. Yes.
Well, I think
this is great advice. Thank you.
I think a little bit more pole dancing would probably do her good.
Oh,
but,
we're up to the pole dancing again. Go on, off you go.
But if you had have included her GPS location, we probably could have, caught up or at least sent some, nice gentleman around to visit her.
She's in Swanbourne.
We could just send her a fireman.
She's in Swanbourne. She has plenty of opportunity to display
near
her
Amanda,
clothes and or lack of clothes.
Oh, the nude beach.
Stacey.
Well, first of all, who said she needs direction besides the mother? Lorna might be quite happy as she is. And that lawnmower man, who cares what he thinks? Because he was there to cut the lawn, not be rude to the daughter. And I'd be getting rid of him quick smart after I'd run him over with the lawnmower.
Wow.
Because he sounds really rude. And it's better than her dressing as she is, if she's happy, rather than dressing like some old nannery thing in some old dowdy dress. And if she's young and trendy and she's happy with that, good luck to her. And if she's not unhappy, leave her alone. She can do as she pleases. She might not want to go out on a date with this one and that one. She might just be quite happy as she is. And who knows, she might be going out with people. She might just not be disclosing everything to her mother.
Oh,
Maybe
good
she
idea.
wants to be a cat lady.
Yeah, maybe. John?
Well, I don't like that term, mutton as lamb. And my first thought was to get rid of the lawnmower man, but good lawnmower men are hard to find.
Yeah.
And if he's doing a good job,
Harder to find than good daughters.
I'll have to get some numbers off you. However, I think Quirky's cool. And I think Quirky should be encouraged, and she will find someone that is perfect for her.
Exactly.
No rush, no pressure, find the right one, because it's a big decision, and it can well be for the rest of your life. So you want to get it right. Take your time. Twerk is cool.
I wonder if she's trying some internet dating or something like
Sure.
that. You know?
Go the electronic media. I think that's fine. I love the internet.
I must say, I'm not all that mad about a 45-year-old dressing like a 16-year-old. I don't think that's appropriate.
That was the lawnmower man saying that, though.
Ah, so we're not to believe him.
Well, he might be an idiot.
Yeah, well, he sounds like one, doesn't he? He sounds a bit. Sounds like an absolute
Or he's an
mungbean.
expert on mutton, and I'd say it'd be the
No,
latter.
mutton dressed as lamb. He looked like mutton dressed. Maybe he fancied her, but he thought, I don't like you like that.
Maybe she knocked him back, so he's being rude to her.
But why would she bother to tell us then? The mother has told us.
Oh, and the
Well,
mother
that's
saw them
something
talking, and she
Okay.
probably said this is what he said.
No,
Yeah,
that's
she's a
it.
spy.
You've said your piece and that's it. Hurry up. We'll be back with you. We'll just have a little argument while you're away, and we'll be back with you shortly. What was that?
It's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour.
You're back with Sweet and Sour. Whoever it was who was singing that. I know it was you, Gary. Don't tell me. I know that was your voice. I know. Here is our last letter. Panel, you've been done very well tonight, and you've behaved very well too.
Oh, thank you.
I'd like to compliment you on that.
We've been done well.
And you've been done, yes. Now, this is it. Sorry. I don't know, sorry. We've become such a stupidly indulgent society. Little boys who like to dress as girls and vice versa, and having the politically correct brigade encouraging this as a form of diversity acceptance. What a load of rubbish. Gender reassignment. Encouragement is a crock of crap. Oh, that's hard to say. What did people do over the last 50,000 years? Do you seriously think that anyone in the past could sit back to waste time considering how traumatic their life was because they hadn't been born the opposite sex? They wouldn't have had the time to indulge and contemplate it in the first place, nor would they have had the inclination in the second. This is a very strange phenomenon. It's just so very much a product of the over-indulgent first world. No wonder we have so much depression being created. We've simply failed to get on with it. And that's what everyone has to do in the past. Just get on with it. Like Nike, just do it. When I was a kid, I loved dressing up as a woman. Ooh, that's nice. And everyone, and even putting on my mum's makeup. But I didn't think for a moment that I should have been born a girl. Now, any boy who wants to dress up is looked on by adults with a view to be tolerant of his potential gender issues. What a load of rubbish. I think you've said that. I think we've jumped the shark in social issues. When I hear this rubbish, what does the panel say? Well now. John, what do you say?
Wow, that's a big one. Because with this, ultimately, we've got to look after the children. The children are paramount. And, and I think far too often, Max and our friends at home, that we put a lot of pressure on children, far too much. There's way too many opportunities that we say, are you this? Do you want to do this? And I think children don't notice a lot of how other children are, because there's so many new things coming into their lives. So I'd say remove the pressure, and maybe it's time that we relax schools a bit too. Boy and girl toilets. I mean, maybe we could have the unisex toilets. That's what it's like at home, after all. And
that's very true.
You know, uniforms.
I just realised that.
Yeah. If we all have uniforms at schools, they don't have to decide what overalls. Gee, I wish I'd have had overalls at school, because I was always getting dirty knees running around, and it would just make life so much simpler. Just remove all the complication and leave all the decisions and choices until far later in life when we're relaxed. We don't need to be in a rush to make these very important decisions.
So you're saying there's too much emphasis on gender?
Far too much. Just relax. Let children be children, and let them find out who they want to be when they're ready. They might not want to admit it at any point ever. It's a personal choice.
Stacey, what do you think?
Well, I must say I've never even thought about it the way that John has just spoken about, to be perfectly honest. But just back to Marcus, seems like Marcus has a bit of a secret, seeing he did like to dress up, and maybe he still does dress up on the side now, but who knows, that aside. I think
He's
we
in
are.
Lathley, you know, he can come round and talk to you.
What's that?
He's in Lathley, it's not very far from here.
Oh, well, he'll come round. Maybe he'll wear a nice dress over. Anyway.
I'll give you the address.
I think we are putting probably too many ideas into children's heads because we're saying, you know, oh, do you think you want to be a girl or do you think you want to be a boy? And, you know, what about this, what about that? And they probably haven't even thought of all these things because they just wanted to put on mum's dress or, you know, put on dad's suit or wear dad's shoes. It's just something they want to do. It's not that they want to be a boy or want to be a girl or want to be a cross-dresser. They're just doing something. So maybe we just shouldn't be putting all that pressure on the children in the first place. I'd have to agree with that. And like you said, if we make the uniforms, the girls can wear a dress if they want to, or if they feel like wearing shorts or long pants, that's good too.
Too easy.
Whatever.
Or a kilt.
Wear what you like. Or a kilt.
A kilt.
A kilt.
A kilt.
Boys can wear a dress
Some schools
too.
do
A
wear
kilt.
kilts. Some schools
So-
do wear kilts.
Whatever. Don't put pressure on the children. Let them do as they please.
Yeah,
a good idea.
I think we have to have some sort of discipline as well.
Oh yeah, have discipline of course,
yeah.
but
I'm one that's in favour of school uniforms, for instance.
Yeah.
Because it sorts the wheat from the chaff. Everyone is equal when you're in a uniform. You know, you don't have designer jeans, you don't have this, you don't have that. Yeah, but it's good thinking. Good. Right, Amanda, come on.
Well, this has made me remember back to when I was working in retail when I was quite
You're a
young.
dress-up person, so you know.
Love a good dress up.
Yeah.
And
David
I love
Bowie.
gender bending dress up. Just like I said earlier, I dressed as David Bowie. David Bowie.
But yeah, you know, that's actually, he was a gender bender.
He's a gender bender, and
So you don't know which way you
loved
would
him.
dance it?
No, I thought he was
I loved him as well.
fantastic.
I thought
And
he
I
was
just think everybody should accept everybody for who they are. I mean, why does it offend you that somebody wants to dress a certain way?
Yes, I totally agree with
I
you.
once served a man at a retail outlet I worked at when I was 18, and he was looking at the ladies' jeans and he wanted to buy a pair of ladies' jeans, really tight stretch, low-rider jeans. And none of the staff wanted to help him because they were totally weirded out by the fact that he was shopping in the ladies' section. And I just thought it was really small-minded of them. I had no problem that he wanted to buy a pair of ladies' jeans. I didn't care. I mean, as long as he's spending money, I don't care, you know, that he wants to wear ladies' jeans. What's the problem? So I just think people need to be more accepting.
Yes. So the fact that I'm wearing ladies' underwear
Doesn't
under
bother
this-
me at all.
Doesn't not?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that afterwards. Darryl, are you wearing
me.
ladies' underwear?
Look, not today. Not today. Just
But sometimes.
Because, well, because no one can see it. So what would be the point?
Yeah.
I did
Well,
go
we could
to.
have a look after the show.
Oh, thanks. I did manage to go to school in Scotland when I was younger, Max, and yes, we had to play in the boys' playground versus the girls' playground.
Yeah.
So where they do wear kilts, I used to dress up a lot when I was listening to David Bowie. I used to dress up in my mum's high heels and put a bit of makeup on. Nothing wrong with it. Kiss was a rock star band back then, and we thought makeup was great. But yeah, I'd probably agree, Marcus. They're probably overemphasising things and playing with gender as a part of, you know, drama and theatre and a lot of other things. You learn talents by stretching your imagination. So you go for it, buddy.
Yeah. So I suppose you would say that probably the influence of people like David Bowie and Adam Ant and who used to all these gender benders probably have influenced children a little to do what they're doing. That's a very interesting question. Can I just say we've got to choose the winner of the segment, of all the letters that we've had. And can I just tell you, while you're all deciding what that should be, the winner receives a limited edition pair of sunglasses from Aussie Optical. Great sunglasses, worthwhile winning. So guys, listen carefully, or think carefully. Who would we like? Shall we do a thing? What would you like, Dan?
I think I'll go with number one because he's got a dim view of the world.
Yeah.
Just make it a bit darker
Amanda?
with some shades.
I'm happy with one.
One.
Number one.
I'm with one as well. Number one. Brent of Preston, Victoria. You have won a pair of wonderful sunglasses. And that's it. And that's it. Our job is done. I think we have been magnificent. These people are really good. Lovely to see you. Thank you. Come back soon. And hopefully Gary will be back from rehab. Bye now.